This is a story about God and His faithfulness. You see, through our 9-year journey that God has had us on, He has continued to reveal His plan for Haiti through this ministry by what He has put on our hearts. He continued to give us His vision for this ministry and continues to ask us to step out in faith. When God put it on our hearts to care for orphan children, He built Grace Village. When He put it on our hearts to educate children and give them a future, He built Grace School. When He put it on our hearts to provide medical and dental care for the least of these, He built Grace Clinic. When He put it on our hearts to reach the people of Cite Soleil with Christ's promise of eternal salvation, He built Grace Church. And when He put it on our hearts that children should not be brought up in dormitories, He built Grace Children's Homes. We never had the money in advance to do what God had put on our hearts, but we had a desire to be obedient and believed if we did what we could do, God would do what only He could do. We invite you to be part of what God has put on our hearts and to become part of His journey. You see, God has asked us to build His church in one of the poorest countries in the world, in the worst slum in that country, and in the very worst part of that slum on top of 12 to 14 feet of garbage. If we hadn't witnessed firsthand God's faithfulness so many times over these past 9 years, and how He has always provided in a way that can only be Him, we might not have the courage or faith to do what He has asked. When we've shared this God-sized vision to build a church and school in the slum of Cite Soleil on top of 12 feet of garbage, and pointed to the landfill that the government of Haiti had given us, some have said, "But it's garbage." We do not see it as garbage. We see it as a place where hope will grow, lives will be changed, and God's heart revealed. We invite you to come share in this journey with us, to join us in this vision to build God's church and school in one of the poorest areas on earth by buying a tile that represents God's faithfulness, one that will carry God's scripture, or your message, or your family name or words of encouragement. A simple purchase that will not only help to build the physical church in Cite Soleil, but will help to build God's spiritual church through a wall that inspires all who walk past it and let them know that God does indeed love them, and encourages those with little hope, self-worth, or dignity, not for just this generation, but for generations to come. Let this wall be a physical reminder to us all and to those we serve of God's goodness, God's redemption, God's faithfulness, and how much He loves them.